Manny Pacquiao, one of the greatest boxers in the world, was born in December 17, 1978, Kibawe, Bukidnon Province, Philippines. Before making his multi-million-dollar fortune, Pacquiao lived with his parents, sister and two younger brothers in a single-room shack surrounded by coconut groves. His father, Rosalio, scaled 70 trees a day collecting coconuts to sell and make money to support his family. But often it wasn't enough. Manny and his siblings would go days without food, and even a simple bowl of rice was out of reach. Rice was a delicious meal for us as we are used to root crops and bananas. At some point, we would drink a lot of water not to feel the hunger. Years later they would eventually move to General Santos City, Philippines. At a very young age of 7, they would go work as street vendors selling flowers, donuts and everything that could be sold. We were poor, no land, no house, no everything. At the age of 12, Pacquiao met his maternal uncle, Sardo Mayia, who introduced him to boxing after he dropped out of school. His uncle also was the first person to encourage Pacquiao to box, but the boy's mother Dionysa was against the idea. Her mother has said, "I will challenge him, tell him not to be absent from school, tell him you can get nothing from boxing because that will destroy you." It was also this time that a moment came to ignite an unforeseen passion and drive in Pacquiao to be one of the best boxers in the entire world. He describes watching Mike Tyson's shocking defeat to James "Buster" Douglas in 1990 on television with his uncle as an experience that changed his life forever. "I knew that the underdog can, and often does, win." In his hometown, his uncle set up an open-for-all boxing match and beat every opponent who came. He was well on the road of transforming himself from a lanky school dropout to a junior boxing champion. Despite that success, his family was still living in extreme poverty and hunger. They became so desperate, to the point that his father had to butcher his pet dog for dinner. Pacquiao couldn't forgive his father for what he did, so he left home, slept on cardboard boxes, and sold bread on the streets just to make a meager living. He also used boxing and won matches for $2 each, as a means of escaping poverty. He would enter competitions in an open-air park in General Santos, beating all in front of him, then travel to Davao City to take on more experienced opponents. But it was never enough for the ambitious boy, who knew he needed better facilities and a trainer to realize his potential. One day, together with few more boxers, they were invited to move to Manila in a quest for a better future in boxing. He soon got a job at a local gym doing gardening, cleaning and construction while boxing on the side. He trained crazily all day and all night when possible, waking up the earliest and leaving the gym at the latest possible time. At that time, he weighed only 44.5 kilograms, lesser than the minimum weight of 48 kilograms, and was just 16 years old, 2 years younger the age limit for professional boxing. Desperate to box, he lied about his age and put weights in his pockets during the weigh-ins because he was too light for the minimum weight division. He would win his professional debut in boxing impressively. As the fights got more serious, Pacquiao started getting more famous as well. He would beat fighters from South Korea, Japan and Thailand. Along the journey, however, are some painful memories. One was on December 9, 1995. Barutag, his best friend, fought veteran journeyman Randy Andigan in his main supporting bout to his 10th professional bout against Rolando Toyagon in a small Manila hall. Barutag was winning his fight but faded badly and took one heavy punch after another before collapsing in his corner. Chaos ensued as officials tried to revive the unconscious fighter. Pacquiao's eyes well with tears when he recalls his friend's fight to the death and how he held him in his arms backstage as his young life slipped away. "He was my close friend. I feel so bad," Pacquiao said. "I was saying to him, come on, you can make it, but his eyes looked straight ahead and he was not breathing anymore." Pacquiao's best mate was dead at just 16. Incredibly, minutes after that numbing tragedy, the 50 kilograms Pacquiao then climbed into the same ring to win his fight by decision. Despite the nightmare, he persevered and at the age of 19, He won his first world champion title by beating Chatchisakul, the reigning World Boxing Council (WBC) world flyweight champion at that time. He would eventually flew to the US where he would meet his longtime coach, Freddie Roach. One day, an opportunity came to challenge IBF Super Bantamweight champion Lalo Ledwawa at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas in just 2-week notice. He agreed without hesitation and has won the fight. The turning point, however, for Pacquiao came when he won against world-class featherweight boxer Marco Antonio Barrera at the Alamo Dome in Texas with a TKO. After that fight, he was recognized internationally as a force to be reckoned with. Today, he is one of the most respected boxers. He has won the hearts of many boxing fans both in the Philippines and worldwide. Reportedly, when he has a fight, the whole Philippines crime rate always dropped significantly. He would then continue his journey and beat fighters to make a name. To this day, he is the only boxer to hold titles in 8 different weight divisions. Having been successful in his career, he always looked back at his humble beginnings. He is a charitable person that shares his prize to help the poor, especially during calamities. He is currently now a part of Philippine politics. His one-of-a-kind story will continue to inspire, and it will always portray the journey of every fighter to continue aspire. This is Story of Your Life Animations, and I hope we got lessons learned from a great boxer. I hope every one of us will always remember where we had begun, no matter how much we succeed in life. As Pacquiao once said, "All those who are around me are the bridge to my success, so they are all important." Thank you for watching.